All right. Well, hello there, friends and family, and ladies and gentlemen. All of you guys out there in TV land, or I guess it's YouTube world. Anyway, good evening to you. Today is Saturday. It is April 8th, day number 10. Quite a change of circumstances here today. So yesterday, Jenny, Lipstick, Kelly, and I did 5.5 miles, went from Addis Gap down into Dix Creek Gap, and we rode the shuttle into Top of Georgia Hostel. I showed you the hostel, showed you all that, and everything was feeling great. Everything was working out well. Spent the night there. Woke up this morning when I was getting some of my gear ready early this morning. My back began to twinge, my low back. I've had a problem for years with it. It began to twinge a little bit, and so I was very careful. Took some extra ibuprofen, and normally that helps, and it just kept getting worse and worse. Long story short, didn't go on the first shuttle, didn't go on the second shuttle. Next thing, I end up having to call and ask the ambulance to come and take me into the hospital so that I could get a shot of muscle relaxer and anti-inflammatory. I've had to do this, unfortunately, several times in the past, and usually within a couple days it goes away and I'm doing a lot better. Anyway, I couldn't move, couldn't do anything, and so had to ride the ambulance in to Hiawassee Hospital. And anyway, they took care of that, got feeling better. The doctor, super cool guy, he says, "Boy, it's too bad that you don't have anybody to stay with around here." Because I had my wife, Teresa, getting ready to make me a hotel reservation for at least one night, because I knew I wouldn't be able to hike today, and maybe not even tomorrow on Sunday. So, long story short, doctor's wheels begin to spin. He starts thinking about it. He calls the pastor from the church next door. Pastor Danny, comes over and meets me. He begins, his wheels begin spinning. And instead of staying at the Budget Inn or Holiday Inn Express, I am at Jim and Sharon's house, some members of this local Baptist church right next door to the hospital. And they have welcomed me into their home. And so instead of sitting in a hotel room somewhere, having to pay, $100 a night, these great godly folk have let me stay here for free. They fed me lunch. They're taking care of me like I'm one of their kids and just basically giving me the run of the upstairs. And so it's amazing how what could have been a very bad situation, or at least difficult, has turned into something really neat. I'm going to get to go to church with them tomorrow morning, get to worship, and hear Pastor Danny preach. So I'm super excited. Let me stop the video about the way this all turned out. My back is feeling a lot better. I'm taking more anti-inflammatory, some muscle relaxers, and a pain pill, and my expectation is to stay tomorrow on Sunday and begin hiking on Monday. That's my expectation. Feet, knees, everything are feeling fabulous. Body is great. I'm doing great on the uphills. Everything's going well. Just this dumb back thing popped up. Anyway, I'll show you the house. Show you where I'm roughing it on the Appalachian Trail. So hang on just a second. So here's the view from the hill, the mountain that these guys live on. This is the view right outside their home. Here is the top of the home, the upstairs, where I'm staying. They live downstairs. This is the the landscaping. And I'm telling you, they live on top of a mountain. The driveway is incredible going up that thing. But anyway, here is my living quarters. It's not a Z-Pax duplex tent. It's a little bit roomier, a little bit nicer than my little two-person tent. Here's the kitchen area. Coffee over there for me, refrigerator. This is like, they have a guest book here. They use this upstairs to let missionaries and people stay, friends and family that need a place to stay. There's a pool table if I feel like shooting pool, which I do not with my back the way it is. If Emily were here, she could play the piano for me, but unfortunately she's not. Anyway, there's the view. I'll show you where I'm staying. It is amazing how on the Appalachian Trail things just sort of happen. And what you think is a bad situation can turn out to be an amazing situation. Here is my bed. It's not my Neo Air X Therm air mattress and my Z-Packs sleeping bag. It's a little bit nicer than that. Got my own personal bathroom and shower. Closet full of anything that I need. And then, best of all, check this out. My own little personal deck. Miss Sharon brought me up some fresh fruit for me to enjoy in the morning, and Jim says the sunrise comes over that mountain right there at 7:40 in the morning. He says you'll want to be out here with your coffee and check out that sunrise. Look at this. Just look at that. I didn't have to climb this mountain by foot. I rode in Pastor Danny's truck up here. Their patio down there. Anyway, it's amazing how things work out. I'm so humbled and thankful to these fine folks for taking me, a stranger, in and treating me like royalty. God is good. Okay, I'll do a kind of a quick wrap up from yesterday about the hostel. So Top of Georgia is a great hostel. It's real popular on the trail, so many people want to go there. And Bob Serpax-a-lot, the owner, is a Triple Crowner, so that means he's hiked the Appalachian Trail, the Pacific Crest Trail, and the Continental Divide Trail. He's thru-hiked all three, which makes him what they call a Triple Crowner, very respected in the hiker community. If you put on that many miles, you have learned a lot and can give some wisdom, and Bob does. He shares a lot of wisdom with folks, and he's seen a lot of people come through his hostel. And so, first of all, my thoughts on the hostel are, first, it's really crowded, lots of people crammed into a small space, and you can't go to sleep until the last person is done talking, and you wake up when the very first person is ready to wake up. Then there's a line for the restroom, a line for the shower, gear everywhere. People are, it's kind of a mess. And the other problem is it's a haven for sickness. If someone is sick, almost everybody else will end up getting sick from it. So I don't think I'm going to spend much time in hostels. Hopefully I can team up with a few people and we can split hotel rooms or whatever whenever that day comes. Or I can go into hostel, take a shower, and keep going maybe. So we'll see. That may change later on as the crowd thins out. Or whatever. But anyway, talking with Bob was interesting. If you guys are watching this channel and you're interested in thru-hiking, which means to complete a whole long trail, or any trail for that matter, if you're interested in that, there's some statistics and some things to think about. And I was picking his brain. I'm into that kind of thing. And Bob said that 25% of the people drop out by here, mile number 70. And then 35% of the people drop out within another 100 miles. 50% of the people drop out by around mile 275, I think it is, which is Hot Springs, North Carolina. So statistically, if you could make it to there, your odds go way up of completing the trail. Now, why is that so many people drop out so quickly? Well, most have never hiked the mountains of Georgia, and their bodies aren't used to that kind of beating going up and down those mountains. Usually carrying way too much gear, usually not very prepared, typically don't have the right kind of gear, and the weather will make them very, push them off the trail. Weather and body, the beating that the body takes. So that's why so many people drop out very quickly. They come out with an expectation of running big miles on these trails, and your body can't hold up to that. So even if you have experience out west or whatever, everybody tells me this Appalachian Trail is like straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, where out west you very gently zigzag at a higher elevation. Here it's much rougher. So that's what I hear. I can't compare. I haven't hiked out west. But anyway, so Bob's advice, which was such good advice, is to take it easy. Go slow and listen to your body. Take days off when you need to and just keep going. It's a 6-month endeavor. And so you don't get to Maine by walking 20 miles in the first couple of weeks. in a single day. You tear up your body and you go home doing that. So anyway, those are a couple of thoughts real quick. Body was feeling perfect yesterday, really, really well. I'm very pleased with my new shoes. I'm pleased with their performance. My foot's recovery is doing great. I've got my pack weight dialed down real well. I've got my food dialed down. Everything's working well. I just need to get this back issue kind of healed up, and I'll be trucking on down the trail. So again, thank you guys so much for taking time out of your busy schedules to watch these videos, to come along with me and encourage me. Please comment below if you have any other thoughts on things that I've been mentioning. Some of my thoughts from the trail, I'll try to keep that up. I appreciate the comments. And anyway, hang in there with me and let's do it together. Thanks a bunch. Okay, I wanted to show you my humble abode here, where I get to stay while my back recovers. The Blanton's back patio area. There's the sun setting. I probably, the camera doesn't do it justice, but it's gorgeous. But look at the mountains and this back patio with these lights. Look at the moon. Anyway, one of the most gorgeous days for hiking, and I have to tough it out here. We just got done eating rotisserie chicken, potato salad, baked beans, some coleslaw, and she's got key lime pie and chocolate cake for dessert. Anyway, look at how beautiful this home is. I'm sitting in a recliner eating my supper with my feet up. So my back can get better. Anyway, kind of amazing the way things work out. Mr. Jim, rightfully so, is very proud of their home. Rightfully so. This is gorgeous. Oh, let's go.